Your plan was to build this economy around you, from the middle up and the bottom down, the bottom up. I'm so sick and tired of trickle-down economics. It only trickles to a few people. When the middle class does well, the poor have a way up, and the wealthy do just fine. As I said, Wall Street didn't build this country. The middle class did, and unions built the middle class, not labor, unions.
With higher food transportation costs increasing the price of food and other goods, state leaders hope to reach an agreement soon and get funds out the door to residents this year. The plan Newsom proposed last month would give at least one $400 refund to each registered vehicle owner in the state, regardless of your income. Refunds would be capped at $800 for anyone with more than one vehicle registered under their name. Now, Newsom's office released proposed legislative language last week on a package of fuel price relief bills. That includes $750 million in grants to public transit agencies to offer free fares for 3 months, an elimination of the sales tax on diesel fuel for a year, and pausing an increase in the excise tax on fuel, which is scheduled to take place in July. California is among several states considering tax relief, as gas prices and inflation drive up the cost of living. Lawmakers in New Mexico approved income tax rebate of $500 for joint households with annual incomes under $150,000. Folks, that's all the news about the fourth stimulus check that I want you to know. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. Yes, it is finally happening. Congress is passing a new stimulus bill very soon. Joe Manchin is now meeting with Republican lawmakers to gain their support on President Biden's spending bill. Now, many people will be receiving an $800 stimulus check very soon, so you want to continue watching this video to never miss out on the very important stimulus check information, and we have a ton of good news to cover. So the majority of people in Colorado are eligible to receive $400 to $800 stimulus checks from the state government due to the Taxpayer Bill of Rights passed in 1992. Most full-time residents have already taken in the necessary steps to get their check mailed to them this summer, filing their 2021 state income tax return. Any full-time resident who hasn't been filed can still claim and ensure they get a check by filling out a submitting form by May 31st. However, a lot of residents, including many veterans and seniors, do not regularly file state income tax returns, and they have questions regarding their eligibility. Folks, the answer is yes. You are still eligible to receive the $400 check for single filers and $800 for joint filers if you are a full-time resident. According to Colorado Governor Jared Polis, there are additional benefits to filing state and federal income tax returns, even if the taxpayer owes little to nothing. He said filing a return ensures that any excess withholding tax is refunded, and they may also be eligible for valuable refundable state and federal credits, like the Earned Income Credit and the Child Tax Credit. This is the same requirement for people in Colorado who claim and receive payments for the 6-tier flat sales tax refund mechanism that would normally refund the money at filing time next year. All eyes are on Joe Manchin as he moves forward with negotiations on President Biden's Build Back Better bill. Reporters have asked Senator Manchin and GOP senators about the claim in a new book that Manchin said he will be willing to switch to the Republican Party if Senate Republican John Thune were the Senate GOP leader instead of Mitch McConnell. Manchin told reporters today that Republican colleagues frequently ask him about switching parties and that he never seriously considered leaving the party. The banter between Manchin and his Republican colleagues is reinforcing doubts that he will not sign on any point this year to a partisan reconciliation package to enact major elements of Biden's domestic agenda, with 50 Democrat votes and no GOP votes. Democrats also have taken note that Manchin's opposition to various Democratic initiatives appears to be playing well back home.
There's so much. We've done a lot, but there's so much more to do. So basic thing is, first of all, thank you for your support. Thank you. You're the reason I'm standing here today as president. I've never forgotten not only what you've done for me, what you've done for America. I've said this before, I repeat it again. When I spoke to you about a year ago, you literally built this country. Every investment banker in America would go on strike. Not a whole hell of a lot would happen. But guess what? If you all went on strike nationwide, the country'd shut down. Shut down. You've heard it 1,000 times when I was running for office. 1,000 times. The middle class built this country.